So today's color of the day is green. Let's go ahead and put our names at the top, and then we'll find a green to color in our letters. So we've got a G, an R, two E's, and an N. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters to make up the word green. After we color in our word green, we're going to pick our pencils back up and we are going to practice writing the word green 2 times. Because it's always good to practice writing our letters and writing our colors. So there's 1 and there's 2. Now let's get our green crayon back out and decide which ones to color and which ones to skip. So this is called a shamrock or a 4-leaf clover, and we know that it is a nice green color, so I'm going to go ahead and color that in all the way. We see this a lot around St. Patrick's Day. We might do an art project on it later. That is an anchor, and most of the time they're gray, so we'll skip it and color our frog instead, because we know that frogs are absolutely green, and this one is, he looks like he's hopping across our paper. His little legs are kind of funny. So I'm going to go down here, and I know that that's a chicken or a rooster, and I don't think they're green, so let's color in our peas instead. Some people like to eat peas, some people don't, but we do know that they're green, so we'll color it in. Let's color in our Christmas tree next, because we know that Christmas trees are a nice green color. That one doesn't have any decorations, and we'll skip our bunny and start on our project. For this project, you are going to need a green-shaped Frankenstein head, and make sure that your hair is an equal distance wide so that it will fit on your face. You can go ahead and cut yourself a mouth that can be used as a happy mouth or an angry mouth for your Frankenstein monster. And then we're going to need 4 gray rectangles. These are going to be Frankenstein's bolts, and those will go on the sides of our face at the end. We're also going to need 2 big white circles for the eyes and 2 smaller black circles for the pupils, which we can make look whichever way we want, especially if we want to make it really silly. You're also going to need some white little squares for teeth. You can add as many teeth as you want, or you can just have 1. It can be as goofy looking as you want to make it. I think the sillier the better for this project. So however many teeth you want on your Frankenstein. If you want your Frankenstein to be a girl, you can make a little pink bow that will go in the hair. And then also I have a marker so I can draw on some stitches for our Frankenstein at the end. So let's go ahead and get your glue stick, and we are going to start putting this together. So make sure you have plenty of glue on your hair so that you know it's going to stick down and it won't fall off. And we're going to go ahead and line that up with the straight line at the top. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be at the top so we can tell that it is hair, and we'll smooth it down. The next thing we want to make sure that we have room for is his or her mouth. You can do a happy mouth or an angry mouth. He is a Frankenstein monster after all. I tend to go with the happy mouth because I think it can be funnier and sillier and not as scary. So I'm going to make sure that I have plenty of glue on it, and then I'm going to flip it over and smooth it down. The next thing we want to do is we want to find our white circles for our eyes, and we can go ahead and glue those down first. That way when we're deciding where we want our eyes to look, we already have a nice sturdy workspace. So there's one. Now let me glue down my other eye, and we'll decide where we want our Frankenstein to be looking. With your black circles, those are your pupils, so he can look straight at you, he can look up, down, cross-eyed, crazy eyes. He can look to the side, wherever, however you want your monster to look, you decide and go ahead and glue it down. I think with this one, I want to make it cross-eyed because I think that looks really silly. So I'm going to glue both of my pupils right in the middle. Nice job. Okay, now it's time for us to add some teeth. Go ahead and pick up your white squares and decide how many teeth you want to add for your Frankenstein. I think I want to put 2 on the top and maybe 2 on the bottom. Maybe you just want 1 on the top and call it done. Maybe you want a full mouth of teeth. It is up to you how many teeth you stick in there. Once that is done, what we're going to need to do is put together our bolts on our face. So go ahead and flip it upside down. What you're going to want to do is down towards the bottom where your face rounds out, we're going to put a little bit of glue. And we want the gray side to be on the front, so we're going to glue it with the gray side facing down. So you'll actually see the white part when you glue it. So gray side facing down, and then we'll press it down and smooth it out. That way when we flip it over, we can see that our bolts are gray. So now I'm going to glue the end of my bolts together. And I'm going to make sure that my ends of my bolts are vertical or straight up and down. And now we can add some stitches. Or if you want your Frankenstein to be a girl, you can put a nice little pink bow in the hair. What I did for stitches was I just drew a straight line with some intersecting lines that go across it. You can put however many stitches on your Frankenstein that you want. I can't wait to see these guys.